Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going wonderful. I'm so glad you're joining me once more. Today we are making a Christmas in July card in 5 easy steps, and we're just going to jump right in and get started. We're going to do some die cutting, starting off with step number 1 to create our focal point. And we're using a die set from Spellbinders. It's called the Christmas Rocking Chair. This actually is so super cute. We're going to make the chair here, and then it has a little throw blanket, it has a pillow, has a cute little teddy bear, a Christmas tree, and then it also has some Santa boots that would make a cute little scene. So that's what we're gonna create with today. So let's take this out. I'm bringing in some white cardstock. The chair is in several pieces, and so I will grab all of the chair pieces. This one here and this one here are the rocking part at the very bottom. This is an arm and this is an arm. Okay, and then I think as far as the chair goes, I think I got everything. Okay, we're going to bring in some craft cardstock, and I'm going to cut out a pillow using my craft. I'll take the outline of the pillow, and then I'm going to cut this out with red cardstock. I'm going to throw in a little bit of red. For the Christmas tree in a bucket, I'm going to use this green. And then we will have the pink. We're going to cut out the cushion of our rocker. I also have these two pieces that we put the Christmas tree in. We'll cut that out with our craft cardstock. We have this piece that actually is the spine of our tree. I'm just gonna cut this out with some of my green cardstock. And this is our throw blanket. I'm gonna cut this out with a darker pink. And for the little star on this little tree, I'm gonna cut it out with some glitter cardstock. And I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't want to do too much because it's supposed to be 5 easy steps, right? So I will do a little bit of die cutting, and then we'll put together our rocker, which will be our focal point. Now I have everything die cut out, and I kind of kept them in groups as far as the rocker goes. Let's put together the rocker first, because I think that's going to be, it looks like it's difficult, but it really is not. It's really not. In fact, when you die cut out this piece, the die itself is just one piece. Let me show you. Here, oops. Okay, so you know all 3 of these go together with the die. Just makes it really easy. Another example would be this piece here is here, and this goes to the bottom of the rocker part. So keep those together when you do your die cutting. Okay, first we will, first we're going to add glue to this piece here. Okay, then I'll take this piece and we're going to go right over the top. I used the bigger nozzle on my my glue press, so it's taking a bit to get used to because a lot of glue is oozing out. Okay, so that is that. Now I'm going to we'll take our top piece and we'll just layer this. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. And then I'll take this top piece and we'll layer this. And it gives a nice amount of dimension. Okay, now for the rocker part of our chair, I'm going to add some glue behind here. And we're going to layer these two together. And we will add some dots of glue here. And then we will add down. If someone ever asked you, have you ever built a rocking chair? You can say yes. Okay, we're going to take this. We're going to add some dots of glue here. And we're going to put the rocker part on this side. I'll just tack it down. Okay, after this part's done, we're going to add the arms of the chair. Let's add some glue here and here, and then we'll layer this piece. Let me grab my pickup tool. This one goes here, and all these layers add a nice little amount of dimension too. Add a little dot of glue, and then we can add this very top layer. And again, there's debossed area, so you know where to put it. That's that arm. We can actually layer these together now too. We'll just go ahead and take this piece and layer it here. And then we'll add another dot of glue. And then we'll add this top layer. We're not going to add this to the rocker just yet because we need to put the seat on, but that's all done. Let's add some glue down here on the bottom. And then we'll add this piece. And then we have the cushion, but the cushion I'm going to actually do a little ink blending on. So I'm bringing in my Begonia ink from Pink Fresh Studio and just adding a little ink to the cushion. Give me a little bit of dimension to this. And then I will add some glue behind here. And this is going to go over here. Now we can add this arm piece. Oops. And how cute is this little rocker? And that is my rocker. This would be cute on a baby card too, wouldn't it? There's a little teddy bear in there. So this would be a cute little baby card. So versatility, right? Okay, I'm going to keep my ink out and I'm going to add some color to my throw. I'm thinking this will be dark enough. Yes, I think that looks great. I'm also going to add it to my red pillow. This is not, you're not going to be able to see it. Maybe a little bit of the Christmas tree will be seen. Let me see. Yeah, and then we'll add some glue behind here. And we'll tack down the top part to our pillow. Now for our Christmas tree, I have a green ink. This is Spruce Tips. And we're going to add a little color to one side of our Christmas tree. Lovely. And then we have the Christmas tree star. I think it's nice that it's connected. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue right down the middle, and we can add our tree trunk right over the top. I had to die cut out another star. We lost the star, but we'll go ahead and add this. So adorable. Now, as far as the pail goes, I'm going to bring in a brown ink. This is my espresso. And we're going to add a little color to our pail on one side. And maybe we should do the top here too. I'm going to go heavy on the top. Almost like it's a little bit of dirt. Okay, and then I'm also going to take my brown and add a little brown to the tree on the bottom. I'm going to add a little brown to my throw. You'd be surprised what a little brown, the richness that a little brown adds. Okay, and then I'll add it to my pillow. Just a little bit here. Okay, let's go ahead and layer our bucket. I'm going to keep my brown out, and I'm going to do something that it's probably going to go, why, you're probably going to go, why is she doing that? Okay, let's add this. Okay, there's a little slit in here also where you can add your tree. Okay, and rather than glue it, what I'm going to do is put a foam square behind it. Okay, what we're going to do next is take my brown ink, and then I'm going to go over my chair. We're not going to keep it white, we're just going to add some color to it. Okay, I think this looks wonderful. I thought it looked wonderful white, but this gives it a real vintage look, and that's exactly what I was going for. Adding a brown to all of your items just makes it look more older, more vintage, and I'm loving the way this looks. Now, I did this, I thought the white looked really good, but I did this because of step number 2, which is our home panel. Let's put these to the side. Step number 2, we're going to create a white home panel. So if we put a white chair on a white home panel, you wouldn't be able to see it, okay? For my home panel, I thought we would create a wall. We're going to create a board and batten wall. So I have a piece of cardstock. This is 4 1/4 inches wide by, let's see how tall it is, by 3 1/2 inches tall. Okay, and then I have some 1/2 inch strips. I'm going to take my 1/2 inch strips and I'm going to add glue behind it, and we're going to put one all the way to the left here, and I'm going to put one all the way to the right. Board and batten. I love the country feel of board and batten. I actually have it in my kitchen. I did it myself. It was a DIY project, and I was really happy with the outcome. Okay, and then I want to take these two, and then we're going to evenly space them right down the middle. Nice thing about glue is you get a little wiggle room, and I think that looks wonderful. I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to trim a little bit off the top here. And then I have another 1/2 inch strip that we're going to add right over the top here. So we'll add some dots of glue. Okay, and then on my 1/4 inch strip, we're going to put it right at the top here. And we created a real fun board and batten background. Okay, I'm going to take my chair and I'm going to pop it up and put it on my home panel. As I'm looking at my chair, it kind of looks a little distressed, and what's making it distressed is my glue and how my glue overlapped. I really like the way this looks. I think it looks pretty awesome. That was a happy mistake. Okay, so we'll add our chair. Lovely, and then we can add our Christmas tree. And that's all we're doing to our home panel. Now we're going to move along to step number 3 and create our greeting. My greeting, we're going real simple. I'm using the Dancing Holiday Sentiments stamp set. This is from Spellbinders. I'm going to stamp the greeting that says, "Make it a December to remember." I'm thinking this is a long enough acrylic block. Lovely. We will trim this down. I'm going to add some glue behind here, and then we are going to tack this down across our chair here. Okay, now I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to work on step number 4 and create our background. For my background, we're going to go simple and use some pattern paper. I've used this paper pad before, It's a paper pack, actually. It's from Art Impressions. It's called Journal Cover Series. And I really like the plaid here. I think this will make a great wallpaper. So I picked out some of this. We're going to trim this down. Let's trim this down to a 4 1/4 inch panel. Okay, and I'm also going to trim this down to 2 3/4. So 4 1/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, this is going to go on the very top of my A2 card base. Just use my glue. You can see the Easter eggs behind here. It's actually an Easter pad. I had created a card with this and it turned out so pretty. I'll link that video at the end if I can find it. I think that makes great wallpaper. Wallpaper's coming back. I almost thought about wallpapering my bathroom, but I was like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. Let me know if you guys have wallpapered before. Okay, this, to add a little dimension to my board and batten, I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to put foam tape behind here. I already have some foam tape here, but I'm going to double up on that and we're going to add a little dimension to our home panel. Okay, I'll just remove the release paper and we will tack this on the bottom. I need to put a foam strip behind here. There we go. Nice and even. And then I didn't press down on the top of my rocker chair just yet because we're going to do something as part of our embellishment. So we're going to move along to step number 5 and embellish. Just to make this a little bit more Christmas, I have some washi tape. I haven't used washi tape in a long time. This is some red and white striped, and I'm going to just go underneath that board and batten so a little bit of it's showing. Give it a press. If you have, if I can find, I don't even know where I got this washi tape from, but if you have some diagonal striped red and white paper, you could do the same thing. Bring in a little candy cane stripe, or if I can find something similar, or if I can find this one, I'll link it down below. And then I can press down my rocker chair. But just have a little bit of that stripe at the very top, kind of brings it to more Christmas. And I'm also going to use my Glaze and glue and I'm going to add it to the tree that is on my pillow. Give it a little tap. So we filled that in and made our pillow a little bit more fluffy. And then I'm also going to bring in some gems. I'm using my Color Essentials Silver Mix and we're going to add some silver ornaments. Do we do the small ones? Let's see. We're going to add some silver ornaments to this little tree. Lovely. And that will finish off my card today. You see how that glue did that? That was a happy surprise. So when you add those, use glue and overlap it. And then use your ink to go over on top of it. So much fun. Cute little country porch card. Thanks so much for joining me. I wish you a lovely day and we will see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.